Alright guys, hello and welcome back. We're on to the finals. Panthera are going to be facing off against Spicy Waffles, and this one's a best of 3 series between these two teams. I believe this is the first and second seed teams going up against each other as well.
It is, and it's going to be a rough one because at the moment I'm interested to see how this one will play out. Panthera have taken it 2 weeks in a row. Can the Spicy Waffles mix things up in Europe and try and close the gap a little bit? Let's find out. Circuit was the first thing banned off the table for this one.
Indeed, followed immediately by Thor, taking two of those very big frontline junglers off the table, out of the picking contention for later on. I expect the Sylvanas ban, possibly the Athena as well. Going back over to some of the other ones, I don't know, at this point in time as well, we may see some counter picks coming out. Some of these players are known for some of the gods they tend to go for. Wolfie does love his Poseidon in the middle lane. Back on the other side as well, you know, Ninja Dimmy loves those big soul lane warriors. So there's some other potential counter picks, but it looks like they're going to go more standard routes, just going for the Sylvanas Xbalanque bans.
Yep, so what does that leave available? Well, Anhur's up, Cupid's up, across the way we also see Athena available too in the support roles. Other potential targets, Bastet still available too, so Spicy Waffles have a lot of options open to themselves.
Definitely, I mean, it's going to be another first pick potentially. They could look to get Athena, they could look to get... I want to say Geb, but that's more of an NA thing, it seems. We have not seen Geb so far today, and it is going to be Athena getting locked in on that side of the board. NA likes their Geb. EU prefers the Amir instead, it seems. They still prefer the Sylvanas Athena when they can possibly get a hold of them, but Geb just nowhere to be seen.
Well, Anhur being hovered over by Panthera right now, and now it's also up to Emelito what he wants to choose to pick for his side as well. As their first pick, potentially, they could go for a mid laner here. Bastet, like I said, still available in the jungle option. It'll be interesting to see where Rafa goes, what he's going to play this time round, because his usual Guardian, Sylvanas, is not available. Athena's, he's not really a big fan of playing from what I've seen, so I'm not so sure either. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Wolfie looking at Agni actually locking that in. Another pretty potent, powerful mid laner. A lot of damage. We've seen him a whole lot so far today, and I expect we're going to be seeing him a couple more times here in the finals themselves. Like you said, Rafa with that support. I mean, Bacchus sort of rose to the top again with the changes on Wednesday. We have seen a lot of Bacchus play. They could look for some crazy setup play as well. Maybe go for a Ares, perhaps. You set that up with a portal, pull some people in, they get banished through the portal, you follow with an unstable vortex. That's an absolute ton of damage possibly coming out from that combo. And then, of course, they have 2 other picks to work with, so we may not see that support pick coming out quite yet. If they're planning on either, like some other, you know, not Geb, not Bacchus support, they could wait for later on. Maybe try and force out another support focus ban from Panthera.
We'll see what they choose to do here. I mean, I like the Agni pickup. Agni very safe in the mid lane. Good option against Janus as well. He's very strong in the early stages against Janus picks, and has great damage potential always throughout the whole game too. Wolfie, the first time we've seen him on this today, I think he's played a lot of different gods in the mid lane so far. The Bastet pickup, I'm really liking the side of Spicy Waffles right now, honestly. I like them, and that's the Hercules pick there.
Yeah, very, very strong. Hercules is still Hercules. He was... toned down a little bit. Someone snuck a diet soda in his protein shake pack at some point. He didn't realize that his muscles just tiny little bit reduced. But he's still very powerful. All that displacement. The boulder, of course, coming out. You don't want to be hit by that either. You know, giant boulder coming towards, like, I'll just move to the side here for a second, get out of the way of that one. But in the middle of a fight, there's so much disruption that he can cause, and he can set up big, huge plays when and if he lands those Earthbreaker combos.
So what bans have we got coming through as well now? Is there anything else that you can see on your screen? Because I seem to be having issues with the picks and bans screen right now, so I'm following you along on stream.
Alright, so we'll go with that. Cupid coming out as the ban on the side of Spicy Waffles, and getting answered back is going to be Nemesis removed from the jungle, so there's still a couple support options online for Rafa. They could wait. I mean, I kind of feel like they go for support pick now.
I think
they know the enemy support.
No, it's Herc support. I'm pretty sure it's Hercules support that they're going to play.
As well.
It's more than likely. Rafa likes to play the Warriors or the Assassins in that role. It'll probably be Hercules support. If Sylvanas isn't on the table, that's the one that he tends to favour, a lot like Trix Tank in that role. As well as now with the Cupid being taken off the table, that will mean that you're probably going to see an Ul pick up from the Hunter role. He's the only one that's really got a decent option against this Anhur.
Going a slightly different route. Some people were questioning earlier if we may see Apollo come out. He's being hovered over right now. I don't expect this to get locked in. Like I said, it will be a much safer pick overall, but of course I have been known to misspeak. It's going to be Apollo getting locked in, the god of music, making, well, the first appearance here so far that we've seen on stream for the Challenger Cup. I don't believe the SPL has actually seen him, maybe once, if anything, in the SPL. Season 2 changes, people was like, hey, Apollo, whatever. Cupid, Xbalanque, the Artemis, all these other guys, and poor Apollo, just left in the dust.
The wave clear is going to hurt him a little bit. That's the big issue with him right now, Apollo, is the wave clear. And it's so beautiful being reduced by so much. It's not made it as viable for him to just wave clear instantly. That's put things a little bit more difficult now for him in the game. It doesn't mean that he's not got damage potential. It doesn't mean he doesn't bring split push to the table, because he does. It just means you've got to change the playstyle with him a little bit and play a lot safer, and then you can't be as aggressive because you've not got the amazing wave clear you once did.
Indeed. Final pick will be Chronos getting locked in for Ninja Dimmy over in that soul lane. So going to bring a lot of damage. A couple of these guys have get out of jail free cards. Janus, the portal, the through space and time. Anhur can impale defensively, leap over walls. Hercules, well, he's Hercules. He's never going to die to begin with. And then Awilix in the jungle, pretty mobile and can potentially look to yank some people back across the map. There's the pounce on Bastet. There's the tier leaps. I mean, there's a lot of potential for Awilix to just grab somebody. And if that happens, or even on the back of an Earthbreaker pull them midair out of that one, they can potentially pull somebody so far back from the team, they're not going to have any chance whatsoever to respond to it before they just burst down and killed, leaving Spicy Waffles with a 5v4 fight in their favor.
They can try indeed, and that's going to be the game one, guys. We'll be right back after we've loaded ourselves in with all the action from game one of Spicy Waffles versus Panthera.
Alright guys, hello and welcome back. We're into the first game of the finals here. It's going to be Panthera facing off against Spicy Waffles in this one. I'm Zidon here with Hindu. It's first seed up against second seed. This should be a damn good game.
It should be a good game. Bastet and Tyr both have Hog. Will they go for an invade against this Chronos in this game? I'm going to be interested to see if they go for that, because Chronos is invadable, adapting, and Ninja Dimmy going to head over towards this part of the jungle and ward early, which is very, very wise for them to do up against this. I'd be surprised if they don't go for an invade, in all honesty. They should be looking to try and steal away Chronos' blue, denying the opportunity in the early stages. Apollo, though, out of interest, changing up the build here. Death's Toll, short bow for the Bushy. Not going for Devour's Gauntlets, not going for Bluestone Pendant. Going to go for attack speed and life steal and the extra damage from the Death's Toll to help him out there as well. So Death's Toll, actually, the damage is the same as Bluestone. Not going for the mana option, gone for the passive sustain option.
Do you think he's going to go for the Itch Evolve, to go back and forth boxing more? Or is he going to go to look to build it to the Thesis Bow, get that wave clear going? Because Anhur, if the change is Wednesday, going to have a lot more powerful wave clear. Apollo is okay, but he still has that damage reduction per minion hit.
You've got to go cold there. Like, Odysseus Bow could be a good pickup for him early on. Maybe just rank 2 and leave it there for the time being. That would allow him to get some pressure back on the wave back against this lane matchup he's against. Obviously, those charges will bounce backwards and forwards, and the minions help him with his wave clear a little bit. Or maybe you just go straight for Igval. The attack speed penetration going to be usable for him. Bushy's just going to be very careful about his mana usage in this wave. It looks like he's going to rely on the passive of Apollo and not the so beautiful to deal the damage to the creep wave.
So as they arrive in lane, mid lane, Wolfie actually a little bit of a bad path of flames there. Did miss all the Archer minions on that one. Portal catches him as well. A bit of damage going back and forth. Emilito kind of losing that trade overall right now. Though. Yeah, got to be very careful of those. It's all three of them. It's about a hunter's worth of damage extra coming at you in lane. You don't want that. Over in the soul lane as well. Panthera taking a lot of poke from Spicy Waffles early on, and Ninja Dimmy's looking to push this wave aggressively and look for more poke here in just a few seconds, I imagine.
Got to respect it a little bit. Adapting and Ninja Dimmy putting on some great damage so far, and there's more onto Bobat as well, who pounces, trying to deal damage. Left hand side, bit of aggression coming out there. Once again from Fluid Cure on this Athena, trying to keep him pushed up and allow Bushy to farm freely in this lane. Aggression in from Bushy though, dashing in to get some autos on Yaman. Poke a little bit more there. Earthbreaker does not connect, and now we're going to see the first rotation from the jungler.
He has to be so careful as well with that Earthbreaker. If he uses that the moves aggressively like that, he has no more escape to get away from that Hercules right now. So that was a very risky play, and he almost got caught and punished for it. Fortunately for Bushy, though, he did manage to avoid it. So I imagine we're going to see a little bit of reset. Back Harpy's getting picked up by both junglers. Wolfie not going to be sharing that experience on the right-hand side, so he's going to be a little bit further behind Emilito here as they arrive back in lane in just a moment, which could also mean Wolfie, he may not hit level 5 before Harpy spawn in the middle in just about a minute.
Yeah, I don't think he will, actually. He's going to be very careful about that one. He might be able to, if he goes to the back Harpies right now with the help of Ninja Bobat, they'll be able to pick those ones up. Shouldn't be a problem now. He should still hit level 5 because of it. The laning situation right now between the three of them, though, Ninja Dimmy and Arn King are both back to pretty much full health over there. I don't think there'll be anything else coming out of that as well. The team names are the wrong way round, by the way, Zidon, and everyone in chat's blaming me.
It's clearly your fault. I mean, it's always your fault. Just saying. Actually, we're going to pause quickly so we don't miss any of the action. Hindu is
Chat blames
not
me.
giving me team names and stuff, and
I'm
can't
sorry.
type team names.
Now that you're a Challenger Cup
full.
caster, I mean, I thought you'd have the ability to check a team and make sure they had their team names correct.
I don't remember press the L button. That's like the simplest thing in the world, and I don't do that. And you expect me to remember team names and checking them? And I may have just put them back in the exact same spot. They should be correct. I believe they're correct. Yes,
Well,
they appear to be correct.
Right, anyway, back to the game at hand. Spicy Waffles Panthera still 2 minutes 40 into the game. Mid-Harpy's due to spawn in about 20 seconds time. We'll see the rotations coming out already. You can see both Rafa and Yaman. Yaman's actually going to try and cut off the angle of the rotation from Flurry Cube. Going to throw down the pillar. A little bit cheeky, so Rafa's going to be here early. Earthbreaker into Driving Strike brings him into a bit of a troublesome time for Wolfie, who walks straight into the portal, which sets Emilito up for first blood in this game. He's going to give him the first Mid-Harpy's potential. Oh my god, the pull, Ninja Boba! Get over here, boulder over the wall! Pantera! Disgusting right now.
That then it's been the second ultimate to secure it. That pull though was immediate. It's like, oh yeah, I at this point completely forgot there was an Awilix in this matchup to actually use that gravity surge to pull somebody in. It's plays like that that are gonna make and break this game. Spicy Waffles, if they get caught out like that, actually in the right lane as well. Athena going over defensive limits, trying to find this kill. Ninja Dimmy, he is getting low.
Ninja doing is low, he's out of mana as well. Now those archer minions hurting him, the taunt comes out as well. Aggroing the archers one more time, the fearless combo connects. He's only going to bravely walk away. He might be able to make it. No, preemptive strike will secure the kill from Flow Cube. But
Left side
Panthera
jungle.
in response, going to go for the Gold Fury. Wolfie is back though, trying to deal damage with those bombs over the top. The Gold Fury is getting low. Pantera's going to get it, and everyone's still alive, but Wolfie's not finished.
He gets Eye-Wrapper on the tail, and it's Apollo coming across the skies low and mana, not really able to do much in this one. They could potentially look for one more little push, but Ninja Boba had already used the pounds. Yemen is so low. Wolfie waiting around the corner, waiting for Halo to pop up to rain one more Rainfire bomb down on somebody's head, but they're a little too far back. He'd have to go in the tower, and with Athena still hanging around there, you don't want to get yourself accidentally taunted under the tower this early on in the match, because you will probably die on the back of it.
That's a 2k experience lead, 2k gold lead now for the boys of Panthera. They're going to lose away their red buff and the back Harpies as well, as Spicy Waffles trying to make something worthwhile for themselves out of that one. Just bring themselves back a little bit in golden experience. It's not going to be much though, and Wolfie might get caught again here.
There's good Noxious Bomb coming out to find the stun. Emilito through space and time looking for this kill. Wolfie did get caught in Earthbreaker. This is going to be a dead Agni once again. Baseball might have been a little bit of overkill, but they got that kill. And he has it look to escape.
That's how Yaman did go aggressive onto Ninja Bobat, forcing the pounce away, and they disengage again. This all started just from great individual play from the Panthera boys. I mean, started off, Emilito did a good job of his portal placement to make sure that when he used the Path of Flames, Agni, he went straight into the portal after Path of Flames. Then we saw the Ninja Bobat get hit by the Gravity Surge, and now Rapid is going aggressive on Flurry Q, the left.
There's Desert coming in. Athena will use that preemptive strike to escape. Now Bushy and Chubby does have the moves here to get on the second. Good Serenade. Not that long, so only rank 1. Both guys will be able to disengage safely, but the attack speed buff was stolen away. Yemen is going to pick that one up over the right side jungle. Invade coming out as well. Panthera stealing away the mana buff from Arn King. He does have the blue. He does have the bluestone pen, so he's not going to be too bad off in lane. But with Ninja Dimmy having that bluestone pen, the mana buff rather, he's going to be able to use a lot of abilities for poke and harass.
Apollo's going to get hit by a pole as well as an impale into a pillar, and now with Athena landing, that's going to buy some time, and Flurry Q's going to kill off Rafa there, who is very, very low. Emilito is not done though. He wants to secure the kill and make sure he does so. Flurry Q's doing his best, but hitting that pole, oh, if he had the impale available, he was dead.
Did just barely skirting away. Here comes Bastet looking for even more. It's a bloodbath so far today. They're looking to continue that one out. Pound 2 there's declaw for the slow. Cats are available. Yemen is dead to rights right now. Caught in the portal. Ninja Bobat still up. Actually got Yemen holding on. Cats are down. Bobat finds it but falls as well with the rotation from adapting. The minions, like you said, doing work. You cannot underestimate them.
He changed his mind about going in though, but the mid lane Wolfie does pick up those mid harpies on the left hand side. Right one's due to spawn soon after. Very fast paced game already. Lots of gank potential going on. His counter gank after counter gank adapts is now going to turn up in mid lane. Find a minion wave, go aggressive onto Wolfie. He's going to watch himself there. Path of Flames is just in time. He still takes the damage though from adapting. And he might even consider going in here with Feather Step.
Poking his nose around the corner. I was like, hey, Wolfie, I see you there. Am I going to go for it? Am I going to go for it? You don't know. I'm going to make you interrupt your back regardless. But just kind of taking a step further away. Over in the right lane, a little bit back and forth once again. Ninja Dimmy taking full use of the fact that he has that mana buff, and Arn King does not, using a lot of abilities just for poke and harass between minion waves. Arn King has that heal of his power cleave, but as he sticks around in lane for about probably another minute or so. His mana pool is going to bottom out, and he's going to have to be a little more conservative with his ability usage. On the left-hand side, Athena plays down deep ward, doing a little counter warding. The Gold Fury coming back up. Timers apparently at the bottom of the screen are not correct. Gold Fury is in fact dead right now. Contrary to the
This is Fire Giant. Does it say Fire Giant for you? Yeah, it's the same for me. I've not got the Gold Fury being down either. Well, hey, that's the Spectacular Cloud for you sometimes. Bushy did go for that fast Igval. He's going to get impaled there. Luckily away from the wall, so he gets out of trouble for the time being. But he did go for the Igval rush, which is going to increase his attack speed. He's still very, very reliant on these auto attacks in this matchup. I'm not going to be looking for the So Beautifuls more often than not. Checking with On King and Ninja Dimmy, they're both just farming away. Dimmy with that lead because of the blue buff steal more than anything else. Boulder comes out though onto Bushy, and the taunt is good onto Rafa, and Bobat's here for the cleanup crew.
They are looking for it. Desert Fury came down, found a lot of damage. Ninja Bobat finds the kill onto Hercules, however. And with that, the rotation coming out, and yeah, and probably not going to be able to get locked down. Taunt's still on cooldown for a few more seconds. They can't look to possibly re-engage on him. Plus, he'd have to disperse to reposition and pull back if needed. Adapting's rotating over, poking his nose around through the jungle, but did walk across a ward. In doing so, they know he is here. They can look to kind of reposition, maybe poke back and forth a little bit, maybe drop an extra ward or two down. Over in the mid lane, once again, Wolfie forced back to the tower. And kind of playing passively. Emelito's doing a pretty good job right now against Agni. With Ninja Bobat here, though, not that unstable Vortex hit. Wolfie low on health.
He is low on health. The pounce in actually onto Adapting. Adapting trying to go aggressive here. Good feather step over the top. Still eats some portal damage as the unstable Vortex comes aside. Food for space and time comes out. And there's some nice damage from Emelito, but the cats are doing work, and here comes Wolfie.
He's going to sneak through the wall. He did got to save it. Adapting, however, gets the kill onto Wolfie as they now look for a little bit more. Athena doing the wiggle, trying to juke, trying to get back. Yeah, just kind of trying to avoid damage while she waits for that preemptive strike cooldown to come back off. Shield will drop down, back in the tower, avoided the Earthbreaker. Going to try and taunt somebody on the tower and find a kill. Caught in the portal. Coming around the side, Emelito stuck around and found a kill. More often than not, you see those kind of, I'm going to stick around and look for a quick, cheesy kill on the tail end of a fight. You more than not see that backfire. Every once in a while like that, it does work out pretty darn well for you.
It does, and now Boa's going to have to defend the tier 1 tower in mid lane. Rafa's just going to back away from that. Left Harpy's up soon, but so are most of the jungle cap speed buffs being taken by the respective junglers right now. But on the left-hand side, we're going to see Yamin going aggressive for this purple buff, trying to steal this one away from Bushy, who's not going to need support right now.
Yeah, going back and forth, it's being reset repeatedly. Emin's like, oh, I'll attack the buff, I'll back off, reset it, you try to attack me, you miss, I attack the buff again, a little bit back and forth dance. Mid lane, Hercules finds a driving trick on the Wolfie, he's getting very low, Rafa needs to get backing out right now. Ninja Bobat does connect with the Razor Whip, going in, this should mitigate wounds.
He's got no pounce.
Yeah.
But Bobat doesn't have any pounce to get away, so he took a lot of poke there. Meanwhile, though, in Agni mid lane, Wolfie does zone off Emelito for now, but wait for the pole, because if it comes out, Ninja Bobat could be in trouble here, because here comes Chronos too.
He is looking for it. X-Cyber's going to move. The Yemen did find that kill into Bushy over on that left side. Ninja Boba pouncing back under his tower. Does not want anything else to do with this fight. Right side Harpies are going to be going to Panthera right now. Adapting, heading around for the left side as well, looking to clean up. Left side, that was a close back and forth boxing match. Yemen has about 100 health remaining. Ninja Bobat was looking for those left side Harpies, but will pay for it with a feather step over the head from Adapting, getting that kill. And they could potentially look for Athena here. She is a bit out of position now with the everyone on Panthera closing in.
She went deep looking for Yamin, didn't find him, impale into the wall, does catch him into the feathers, driving strike, adapts with the auto, brings him down. Meanwhile, the solo layers have rotated to mid lane now. Surrender vote has begun as the Gold Fury begins for Panthera here. Mid lane, Wolfie's getting chunked down by Dimmy, he's going to explode. Through space and time comes out from Emelito, not going to find anything. Surrender vote by the boys of Spicy Waffles. Very quick game. They don't like what happened there at all. Clearly an advantage for the boys of Panthera. Very quickly done 4-0-4 and Emelito 4-0-3 on Adapting was just too much for them to handle.
Indeed, for the chat riots, I'm fixing the names on the post-game screen. I swear. Apparently, Panthera was on the left, correct?
Panthera was the red team.
Panthera was the red team.
Please. Silently. The love of God. Guys, we'll be right back with game 2. Indeed. Hopefully Zidane works out what a team name is and which team results to which team. But Panthera does very well for themselves that time, actually getting the boys of Spicy Waffles to surrender in 10 minutes. It was backwards and forwards, but they felt like they couldn't get themselves back into it after the start they made. Lanes were not going as they planned. We'll be right back with game 2 shortly.